What is up, everybody? MTG Dad back for another video. Today we're just going to be talking about the best deck in format. First, what is going on with Boba Fett here? um, but I, the undisputed best deck in format. So, I my list is, I mean, it's hard to sway from what works, right? So, um, some things that might be a little different are Consortium StarViper. I just think it's a really nice to have another flyer. It's fairly easy to get the initiative in this deck. Um, Depends on your play style, I guess. But just being able to get the initiative and restore 2 health, and it just seems really good to help you bump the aggro matchup, and it's just a turn 2 play. I I want to play a lot of early drops. The only card that I'm playing that's really expensive is Vader, just because Vader's amazing. Obviously what makes this deck better than the other decks, I think, is just the ramp. Like Boba's already so strong, and you're playing green. Green's the strongest color right now, and then you're ramping with the Laser Technician and the Resupply to get to that Boba turn 1 turn earlier, to get to Vader earlier, Fett's Firespray earlier. Also, just Steadfast Battalion is so good. Just being able to ambush in with Energy Conversion Lab for 7 damage pretty much kills just about anything in the game, except minus like maybe Palpatine or Vader. But either way, like a 7/7, and then it has Overwhelm, and then it continues to be a 7/7 with Overwhelm as long as you have Boba out. Like the card is just so good. Whenever I see lists that don't play 3, I'm like, I just don't get it. One of the other things that's different is I play Rukh. What's really cool about Rukh is that you can use Energy Conversion Lab to ambush in Rukh, hit them, and they automatically die, whatever they are, as long as they deal combat damage, so as long as they're not shielded. And then, because you're using Energy Conversions Lab's ability, you can choose which order you triggered the abilities, so you can actually attack with Rukh, kill a thing, and then put his shield on afterwards. So that is nuts. So like you just get so much value out of it. It's just such a sweet, like, I think it's just a one of, just because it can come in and kill things. But Battalion's better overall because it continues to be a 7/7 with Boba out. But just being able to do that is just really, really cool in certain situations, and I really like it as a. So I took out 1 Bossk for that, which I think is fine. 1 Traitorous just to kind of swing that aggro matchup, and just as we're like killing their things, removing their things, then we just steal whatever they have left over, which feels really nice. So Steadfast Battalion is just, again, against Sabine or even Leia, like Steadfast Battalion is just killing Sabine and Leia by itself. And that's what you use it for, and then you just overwhelm with damage, and then, it's done its job. Bossk is okay against aggro, but because it only has 4 power, it doesn't do as good against Sabine or even Leia. But its ability is really nice too, so it's just a good card to have in this deck. We're only playing 1 Viper Probe Droid, just to occasionally look at our opponent's hand, just to get an idea of what's going on. It's not as important. I think it's a little more important in control, so we play 1 in the sideboard for that matchup. Another thing that's unique about my list is the Bounty Hunter crew in the sideboard. I think it just really helps. It helps multiple things. I think it helps the mirror match, because you can get back certain events that you've played to help. Like, what you really want to get back is Overwhelming Barrage, which is an absolutely busted bonkers card. And just what I think, I don't know, there's so many good cards in this list, but that card, this is, for example, you put it on Boba, you make it a 6/6, you deal 6 damage, spread out the damage. And if you've already been spreading damage out with Greedo and other things, like, you're just like wiping off the board. It's a board wipe where you don't wipe yourself as well, which is what makes it insane. And then you get to attack in afterwards with that 6 power creature or unit, and just either kill another thing to completely wipe their board off, which sometimes makes sense, or just to go face. And then by that point, you're getting Battalion, Fett's Firespray, and Vader out, and it's like, yeah, good game. But being able to get that back with Bounty Hunter crew is really good. Also, just getting back like shoot first and surprise strike is really nice. So, Standard Laser Technician is such a good card. Just the fact that it readies immediately after it dies. So that's another really good card just to swing in with Energy Conversion Lab depending on the matchup. Just so that it immediately gives you value. But sometimes you don't want to do that because you might have like a Battalion in your hand or a Rukh in your hand. So you're like, I'm good on that. I'll just wait a turn to ramp. But that usually, when you find the Laser Technician, you just want to swing in, kill a thing, or hopefully kill a thing. Two power is not that much, but either way, you kill itself and ready, and so that you can get to the Boba turn a turn sooner. So I play 2 Seasoned Shoretroopers, 2 Smugglers, and 1 Droid. Seasoned Shoretrooper is great later in the game, not so great early in the game. Smuggler for its shield, same kind of thing as the 7th Fleet Defender, just being able to have shield. Greedo just does Greedo things, and Greedo's just really nice in this list because a lot of times you're activating Boba's ability for 1 resource, so you can, squeeze a Greedo into play, which is really nice after you remove something or kill something. Trying to think if there's anything else that's unique about this list. I mean, this deck's just so much fun. Fett's Firespray and Vader are so much fun to play with, and Battalion. Battalion's a lot of fun to play with. And then I really like the Rukh as a one-of. In the sideboard, we are playing another Shoot First, because Shoot First is just such a good, cheap removal. A couple No Good to Me Dead, which I think is good against a lot of things, but it's definitely good against control once they start getting to their bigger units. Viper Probe Droid is for control. Bounty Hunter Crew is for the Boba Mirror and for control. Change of Heart is for the Boba Mirror and for control. Reinforcement Walker is for super aggro, so we have another way to gain life. I don't put it in the main board just because it's expensive. But yeah, let's get into some games against AI. AI definitely has not been the greatest thing to test against because it definitely makes misplays. Like I've started to notice a lot as I've gotten better at this game. But it's still the only thing we have right now just to kind of see how the deck plays and get a feel for it. And that's what it's good for. But actual like playing a challenging matchup like that, I don't know. Doesn't always feel like it happens. But let's get into some games and see how this deck performs. Okay, how does this hand look? This hand looks pretty solid. Probably just going to... Playing against aggro. Bossk is decent, but it doesn't kill Sabine. It does kill K2SO though. Smuggler's good because it has shield. I think I'm gonna get rid of Vader. Traitorous is really good against them, actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of Bossk. I want to play a lot of these cards. Traitorous is to swing momentum. And I just want to early game. I want to get down as many creatures as I can. Yeah, this is good because there's a shield. So even if they ambush in, do anything. Okay, we'll take the initiative. No. Resupply is great. So is Battalion. So we're definitely playing with Resupply this turn. So next turn will be the Boba turn then, and the Battalion turn. So yeah, and then Seasoned Shoretrooper gets stronger. And we can actually play Traitorous next turn as well. So play Resupply. What? Okay, is this a Sabine? Why is it coming in like that where I can't see the card? Been having a lot of problems with Force Table doing that lately, and I really don't understand why. Yeah, we've kind of already. I mean, I think we just take it out. Let's... Would have been nice to have Greedo there, but what are you gonna do? I mean, sure, we can take the initiative just to try to keep holding on to it. So Boba and Sabine come out the same turn. Ooh, Vader's good. Strafing gunship is good. I think it's the Shoretrooper here, because we have the battalion this turn. Yeah, we're getting close to Vader turn 2. 5. Next turn we can play gunship or Traitorous. We're just gonna flip this leader. Gonna attack. I think when they flip Sabine in the battalion. Yep. Swing in for 7. Overwhelm for 2. Feels very good. Take the initiative. I think we're going to Traitorous the Rukh card here. Interesting that he would do that. Oof. Goodness. But I mean, don't we just Traitorous here? Yeah, I don't think we need the gunship anymore. I mean, Boba is really... I mean, Fett's Firespray is nuts, though. But... I mean, this is just really good. Especially because, like, their board is empty, and they've already epicked. Just give it here. This is such a good card. Yeah. Now we have Vader. As if we didn't already have enough. What is that? Let's say 9? It'd be really nice if the game wouldn't do that. But yeah, that's a good one. That was a butt whooping. Okay, playing against first place Vader control here. So, in my experience with this deck, I want to be as aggressive as possible. Looking at their hand is nice, but it doesn't do a ton. It just lets us know what's coming. Next turn, we could play Boba or Fleet Defender. Fleet Defender is probably better because they probably have removal. This card is sweet, but I don't know how good it is against them. We'll see. I don't think we need shoot first. Probably not Greedo either. Yeah, I want to keep this card. Oh, they're looking at my hand. Well, I see your hand and up, takedown. Yep, so 7th Fleet Defender is going to be good unless they already used the takedown. I really think we should keep that card. This card's good too. This is hard. I kind of want to do the thing with this card where you ambush it in, kill a thing, then shield it afterwards. I think that's so good. To be honest, I think I'm getting rid of Boba here. I don't want to get rid of Vader. Vader's good because it gets us 2 creatures on the board at one time. And I want to play this card because I want it to die. And I want this card because it's shield. So, oddly, yeah, I increased the speed on these cards, and it is quite interesting how much faster it plays. I think it's a good thing though. Okay, so he didn't play takedown. So we want this card to die. Nice. Well, thank you for killing it, Darth Vader. Alright, so we're gonna do the thing with Rukh here, I guess. Yeah, I don't think we want resupply. Another technician's good. Do we want to kill the droid, shield ourselves? Seems cool. Wait. Yes. Ambush, then shield, yes. I want to ambush first. That's so sweet, man. That's such a sweet thing. Could play the laser technician after this, I guess. First choke. Ouch. Bossk is good. Dang it. Well, yeah. Vader is really good at taking away your shields, isn't it? We're dropping down the Vader next turn, huh? Yeah, I think we're in a good spot here. I really like the one of this card. It just feels nice. It might even be like a good one more on the side. I think I want 2 Vaders, right? I mean, Bossk is pretty sweet because you play events. I think at this point, though, we're in such a commanding spot. I don't really care about the air. But I mean, next 2 turns, just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're not playing Vader yet. Unless this dies. So we could just play Bossk if we're not able to. Or Waylay. Okay. Oh, we're going to attack with this immediately. Yep. That's so sweet. Play Vader. Sweet. I think we're going Shoretrooper here, just to get more damage in. Possibly. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Then attack with this. We can't kill it. All the Vaders, man. You can also play Bossk Trooper here. think we need Waylay at this point. Take down. Okay. Attack with Vader. And then attack with Shoretrooper. And attack here. Good game, good game. That felt a little too easy. I don't think they hit a lot of removal. Yeah, they usually hit a lot more removal than that, from my experience. So, playing against Han's ramp here. So what are we mulliganing here? I think Battalion's going to be really important. Probably Super Strike. And Vader. So what's our strategy at least? So we're going Battalion on turn 4 or turn 3 if we find ramp. Then we're playing Fett's Firespray. So is there a world where we're playing the Barrage? It's definitely a card I don't want to get rid of. If we get rid of the droid here, we don't have anything to block. It's tough. There's so many good cards here. I think it's Vader for right now, just because I want to try to survive against them, because they're extremely aggressive. Yeah, let's see what they got in their hand. Waylay is a card. C3PO. And this card. Okay. I will say that they seem to misplay a lot with this deck. Like, I don't know why he did that action ability. Yeah, like it's not the best representation because AI seems to mess up a lot. He could have just played that without using the action ability. Ooh, that's a good one too. It's got 4 toughness though. Yeah, we're just gonna resupply here. Play Boba on turn 3. And Battalion on turn 3. Feels like a pretty good turn. Get rid of one of these barrages. I don't think we need another one. Let's just attack first. Sanctuary discarded. Alrighty, just go face here. Let's just do this. Nicely done. Well, that stinks. We had another one of those. We have 6 mana. Just wanted to be, I mean, at this point, we're just going to be super aggressive, so. Yeah, I just feel like, whenever I play against this deck with AI, like, they don't seem to play it correctly. From what I can gather. Okay, yeah. Asteroids. Oh, so he played the Asteroid Sanctuary. That was sweet. But unfortunately, this deck is just too strong. Hans, yeah, good game. I mean, there's nothing they can do now. I mean, even with the misplays though, they still are putting a dent into what we're doing over here. 6 damage. 7. Wait, what? 6, 7, so 7. Yeah, doesn't really matter, we're just attacking. Yeah. I'm gonna do this deck soon just to show it and talk about it because it's actually very, very cool and I think it has a lot of potential. I mean, I think it's good right now, but I think it has the potential to be great when the next set comes out if it gets more help. Because every time I play against it, I mean, sometimes they still keep up with me, but they seem to not do the action ability correctly in the AI, and they end up just discarding cards for no reason. So we're going to be playing against something different now. We're going to be playing against a IG-88 aggro red deck that I had saw recently. See how it goes. No, it's a turn 1, Short Trooper turn 3, Technician is good. Like the Battalion, if we can kill with the Technician, then we shoot into Battalion. I think we're getting rid of Surprise Strike and Barrage here. Yeah, I want to keep the Vader. I think that's, especially with the ramp. Oof. That's a hard card to do. Don't think we, well. So we're playing the Shielded Technician here or the Boba? So we play this and kills, we're not going to kill that though. Decisions. Maybe it is just Vader right now. Oof, my goodness gracious. That's not great. Wow. That is a 4/7 with raid 1. Good God. Good God, man. So we attack this for 2 damage. That does nothing. We're going to have to kill it with a Battalion here. So we need to do this. Just hope that it dies. We're definitely attacking that next turn, but I'm trying to think. Yeah, just go face here. Spacer's really good. We're definitely going to play Spacer here. Oof. Okay. Attack. This just to start pinging it. Control another yellow unit, so we do action ability. And then we ambush in the Battalion. Kill this thing. Then we go. Just kill this. Get it out the board. Yeah, that was a good swing turn. Play Greedo. Oof. Boba is strong, man. Battalion is so good with energy conversion lab. Like anytime you're playing this card, you need to be playing this card. Oh yeah, remember we're just gonna kill this thing. Like this card is nuts. It's a 7/7 Boba out. Like it just shuts down their entire game plan. We're gonna play Waylay, I think, first. Send this back. Just to keep being a douche. This thing's getting in for 4 now. I mean, it's just nuts. This deck's nuts. I mean, I'm just gonna play it. It doesn't matter. At this point, we're just... Do we care? No, we don't care. Yeah. I mean, so after playing this more, like, that's a good card. Let's go here. Yeah. I mean, definitely like when this deck hits ramp, it's just nuts, man. If you don't hit ramp, I feel like Boba Cunning is better. They're both so good. Just Boba in general is just the best leader. But when this deck hits ramp, it just pops off. But Steadfast Battalion, that's 2 games in a row. That card just died. Okay, so I'm playing against my own Leia deck here to see if we can survive this onslaught. We got ramp, so get rid of a Stormtrooper and a Barrage. I don't know, Barrage might be really good against them, actually. Gunship is good too, though. So we're going Shoretrooper Supply. I mean, Barrage is pretty disgusting. So playing one of these two. I'm gonna keep the Gunship, but this card's good too. Yeah, let's go Gunship. I haven't played with that card yet. I feel like I don't think we need all the barrages, but okay. Yeah. We're just gonna go face. Eesh. Resupply. Yeah, they're not getting a ton of creatures out right now, so that's good. Shoot first is good, but I think so we played Resupply. I don't know if we're even playing the Gunship at this point. Probably just playing Barrage, opening up Shoot first. So to kill a bunch of things in one turn. Yeah. Kill all the things. Yeah, they are definitely way ahead right now. Okay. This is a 4/4? How much more? 2 damage? Just get that. Could do 1 and 1, right? Well, what are we gonna shoot first? Just a 2 here. Good God. Stop it. Okay. Okay, we're definitely gonna shoot first. What? Oh, I did that wrong. I need to read the cards. Whoopsie. Oh well, just overwhelming barrage again. Did I not attack with Boba Fett? Or did I? I think I did, yeah. Wow, that action ability is insane. Doesn't matter, they're both 6 toughness, right? So he's at 5, so he needs 3, and then he needs 3, okay. 3. Barrage for the win. There's Leia, 6 toughness. And swinging in for 4. If he plays another creature here, Leia is going to beat us next turn. Either way, Leia's ability is going to beat us. That action ability is really hard to deal with. So we're swinging for 6 here. Okay, good. Barrage is so good. Okay, that's not great, but we're gonna just trade with it. We gotta just wipe their board out against Leia. Alright, we're at 7. So we Vader in now. He doesn't have any creatures. So that feels pretty good. Boba. Fleet Defender. You can go Fleet Defender since he's had a lot of air cards. How did he not play anything last turn? That doesn't make any sense at all. We have 7 resources. So good. I don't think we need Greedo at this point, right? Do we really need to resource anything? I don't think we need the Smuggler, actually. Okay. So 3. Let's just take out their creatures. Or units, I'm sorry. Continue to take out their units. And I don't know what they did last turn, though, because that was a really important turn and they didn't play a single card. That doesn't make sense, because this is my deck, so everything in that deck is cheap. Ewing Reinforcement, I think that's even in the sideboard. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. No reason to resource anything. Oh, that's a card. Well, unfortunately, you're too late. Yeah, I don't know. What does this say? Red 3. Spec for Soldier, Spec for Soldier. Why would they have not played those cards? Like prior turns. They're 1 resource. Yeah. So AI is definitely not playing optimally today for whatever reason. I mean, all those cards should have been played. Because that's the reason that this is so good, is because you action ability and you attack with 2 things before I can even react to them. So that gives you a leg up in the race. That's why that deck is so good. So I don't know. It's really hard to test on Force Table. But I mean, this deck feels great. Yeah, so the list performed very well. I don't think I would change a single thing. Everything felt great. Overwhelming Barrage was nuts. Technician and Resupply were great. What were the other cards? Battalion was absolutely amazing in a couple of those games. Traitorous was good against Sabine. Trying to think. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really I changed. I liked the Rukh. It was cool. Came in to play that one game. Definitely the biggest takeaway, though, was just that AI is misplaying. Like that game against Leia, that didn't make sense what they were doing. Like they didn't even play a card in one turn when it was like a turn where we were trying to come back and they had a huge advantage. And I think that Leia deck's very good, so I was really hoping it was going to be more challenging than them just deciding not to play any cards. And then even after that, they didn't play like a couple of those spec soldiers. So hopefully Force Table gets better. Or hopefully there's an online platform soon, because it's not exactly fun just beating the crap out of AI when you play in this game online. Yeah, and Han Solo, that's the deck I'm going to do next, just to kind of show you how that deck works, because that deck is really good. And like I said, I think it has a lot of potential once the next set comes out, if it gets more help, which hopefully it will, because it has so much potential. And that ability, Han's ability is sweet and very similar to Boba in the fact that it gives you an advantage with extra resources. So if there's a way to like, if there's cards that prevent you from having a downside, or if there's ways to like draw cards easier in that deck, like something that helps you replenish your hand. I mean, C3PO and R2D2 do a great job though, because like that's the thing about that list. AI, you don't really see AI do this, but so what you're doing with that list is C3PO, you have to guess the number of the card on the top of the deck, which there's like 23 drops, so I usually just guess 3 and usually works out pretty well. But if R2D2 is in play, then I attack with R2D2. I can see what the top card is, and then I can either get rid of it or I can just leave it on top. And then if I leave it on top, I know exactly what value it is, and I just, when I swing it with C3PO, I draw a card. So the deck right now already is very good at replenishing itself and kind of, and Urza is really good too for that. So, you know, I think it's good. So I'll kind of show how that works and why I like that deck a lot. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and you know, let me know, give me any feedback on these videos, anything I can do differently or better. Trying to talk more about the sideboard, because somebody had mentioned they want to hear more about sideboard. Just to kind of give you an idea of what I would do. Again, that's very like matchup specific. Like, I mean, in general, these are cards that I'm going to play against certain things, but it also depends very much so on what, you know, my opponent is doing. If they have some spice in their list, or if they're playing certain cards that I'm trying to counter, or, you know, if I have a certain card that has, you know, 4 power that comes in and gives me another advantage of getting an event back, that can deal with cards in their deck that have 4 toughness. So, or 4 HP, whatever you want to call it. So it just really depends. But there's not like a standard set of cards that I'm bringing in for every matchup, because I think that's a very streamlined way of sideboarding, and I don't think that's necessarily how it works all the time, especially from sideboarding in Magic. Like you want to play a lot of like 1 or 2 ofs of cards so that you can bring in a lot of different things depending on what you're playing against, and certain cards can just kind of be very impactful. But hope you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, leave feedback, and I appreciate all the support. Y'all have a good one. Peace.